what we're talking about, but I also know what we're talking about. So
so we'll tell each other, which I've already told Bria, is the name and what we'll be discussing today. But so this episode is actually my turn, and it is called.
everyone. Oh, sorry.
Oh, careful of my thumb.
Oh.
Speaking of which, in terms of what's happened this past week, I did injure myself. I was doing it was like a jump split on the floor. Yeah, we were doing this jump split, which even though I don't do them, I have done maybe 10,000 of them in my lifetime. Right, let's move into our episode for today. This is going to be fun. So just to give you a little bit of context, what we have decided to do is we're going to take it in turns for whoever is running the episode.
Yes.
So and the reason we've done that is because we just thought it would be a little bit more authentic if one of us wasn't prepped, so that way our reactions and our answers aren't they haven't been
written down or anything, so
it's very genuine and authentic. Okay, this episode is called Lift and Squeeze, the Unfair Advantage. Okay, so lift and squeeze. Basically what this episode is about, and I know that mums are going to relate to this, it's when we are on the sidelines of whatever our daughters might be doing, might be involved in, whether it's sports or debating or...
Debating?
Well, because I was thinking about Iris, my youngest, she's into debating, so I'm doing the unfair advantage with Iris as well.
Oh.
You know, what else have we got? Lots of things.
Dance.
Technology, dance, singing, performing, just, you get
anything.
it. All of these things. And of course, when it comes to sport, there's just so much. But so what we do is we use our experience and the knowledge that we have gathered throughout our time, and we whisper it to them.
Yeah, sure, whisper. Whisper's a great term for what you did.
Oh, no, that's not true. No. So I did whisper many times, but we give them this information. It's an unfair advantage in whatever field we have experience in, but also
what you learn from like coming to training sessions as well, and like all the stuff that I tell you and all
That's
of that.
exactly right. We kind of piece it together, and then we provide this information to them as much as we can, because some might refer to us as maybe too invested in what it is that you're doing, but this is what we do, right? We think about it and we tell you, and we give you potentially that unfair advantage, because the unfair advantage comes in when we are also in that field somehow, and we can really help them. And you see it all the time. I mean, you see it, when there's a sporting person and they can help them. I mean, obviously their kids are going to, shine, they can really help them with that.
Same in dance and singing and all of that, because you've got like an inside advantage into the world, so you know what to expect.
And so I guess really what it is just finding the moments to tell you about that, to inform you. So lift and squeeze comes because
well, do we how do we say this story? Should I say my version of the lift and squeeze story?
That's what I was exactly just about to ask you, actually, because I really want to get our daughter's opinion on what that means to you, because to us, we genuinely we think about how we can help. We think about what you need, like what's missing, how we can tell you in the time, like even timing the information of how to tell you is so important to us. So I'm really curious to know what is your point of view on that? How do you take that? Is it annoying? Do you only appreciate it later on?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's great.
No, like it's not. It's not annoying. I mean, like when you're how old was I? I would have been when that all started, because I was never a dancer growing up. I was a sports girl. I mean, I did dance a little bit, but that was forced upon me because, again...
Not really.
Well, no, you had a dance school. Not the dancing itself. It was the class in particular, because I was... my best friend wanted to do contemporary, and I was not a contemporary dancer. And so Mum was like, no, Belle's doing contemporary. You really should do it with her. That was not a good idea for any of us. And we'll get into all of that in another episode. But so yeah, instead of really dancing, the reason why I was terrible at it was because I was a basketballer. I did athletics. I did all of that stuff. So I was a national high jumper. So I would have been 10? 10?
Roughly 10.
Roughly
10, 11.
10, 11, yeah. And so I'll set the scene for you. So this would have been like maybe regionals or states, something like that. I'm not too sure, but I didn't train properly. Like I'd never really trained properly for things until later. So I was about to jump. And I've set up my run up, I'm waiting, and then I just hear from behind me in like the little auditorium thing at the fence, lift and squeeze. And if you're not watching, the action that came with the whole lift and squeeze was like a groping of the hands underneath, like you're holding a butt, and then squeezing and lifting.
Yeah.
Which, yes, that is true. That is what.
But that's because you forgot to tell the lead up to that.
Oh, what was needed?
Yes, because you were not making the jump.
I wasn't making the jump. This was like probably my last try or something.
And it was because my butt
kept hitting the bar.
My
butt was just so great back then.
And I could see this,
yeah.
and I knew that she'd get lift
and squeeze. I mean, it makes sense, but when you're a 10-year-old in the middle of a field with a bunch of other 10-year-olds who have made the jump, and now you're trying to make the jump to get to the next level, and your mum yells out lift and squeeze, you're like
with the corresponding action,
with the choreography.
With the choreography.
But what she used to say as well, it was like, imagine you're holding $100 bill between your butt cheeks.
Okay, so listen, let me just ask you one question though. Did it work?
It did. I'm not denying that it didn't work. I'm just setting the story.
It's just right, and it worked. And then so the lift and squeeze became something that we would say even out of context. You know, no matter what kind of environment were we in. If she and as of course as our
going out to sing, lift and squeeze,
pretty much, because then you know what you need to tune into.
I'm not denying that it didn't work at all. Like 100% it does. And, Mum said many, many things to me on the sidelines of different things that I've been doing. And she's pretty much always correct.
That's really all I needed to hear. I am extremely satisfied with it. I've waited a long time to hear that. I'm very glad that. See, authentic. That's what we wanted.
I've never denied it.
It's just that, right, in a time, we have to, as mums as well, like I mentioned earlier, find the time to tell you when we know exactly what it is, right?
Well, you couldn't have told me any other time. Like, I was about to do my final jump, and if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have made it through.
That's right, exactly. So that's just one example of a lift and squeeze unfair advantage.
A lift and squeeze moment.
Yes.
$100 bill. Now, I use that phrase now in, like, classes that I teach when people need to squeeze
your glutes, basically, and engage that area.
Imagine you're holding $100 bill between your butt cheeks.
It works.
It works.
Yeah, it does. And of course, there are many examples that we can talk about when it comes to lift and squeeze. I mean, when you go to perform, you know, there's even just walking out onto the stage. I mean, when you are, especially when as a mum, you understand the field, or you at least understand some of the field. Like, obviously I don't know anything about opera, but I can still give you feedback and lift and squeeze moments.
Lift and squeeze moments. Because I tell you a lot about my lessons and everything. And so, after all the years of you taking me to my lessons, when I was younger, you have an understanding, and like you look at my feedback from competitions and auditions and things like that. So it's not like you're coming from no understanding.
No, and I think that that is what is important, is that the understanding of experience. And now, when that spills over, however, into life hacks. So we're not just talking about lift and squeeze moments from particular or specific examples like that. We're just talking about some life experience moments. For some reason, we don't get the same with the same respect with that. You just and correct me if I'm wrong, but there seems definitely to be a difference there. So when it comes to listening to us about a specific example like that, you do. But when it comes to potentially listening to us about a specific life experience example,
such as
I'm just saying that we just don't seem to get the same kind of response. So could you elaborate on that, please, as a daughter?
I mean, I don't really know what you're talking about, I must say.
Well, I think that for some reason, we know this. We know that you're not going to always listen to us when it comes to general life experience, lift and squeeze advice. And so there is a point as a mum, and I just know for a fact that so many mums are going to relate to this one, where we have to just let you go and make your own mistakes. And that is a very, very hard decision on our end to have to make. And there are times where we think back to those moments where I could just yell out to you on a field, lift and squeeze, and she would listen, and then she would do it, and the joy would happen.
And the joy would happen.
And now you think, look, she's just not going to listen to me. And that
I feel like I listen.
That's a pause. On some things, but I think that there are also many things that as mums, we just feel like for whatever reason, you just don't think that we're right about that, or we don't understand your personal situation or the context of what you're in. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so as a mum, we just have to go, we know we can foresee, and we have to go, okay.
When was the last time you
cut the cord? Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Foreseed the future? Foresaw the future?
Anyway, we'll come back to me. So, yeah, as I was saying,
I can't speak.
Cut the cord just a little bit. Let them, we know we just have to be there essentially for, often it is picking up the pieces when you know that it happens, they can come back, right? Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes. No, there's been a couple of pieces picking up.
Yeah.
That have had to be done.
And we're not allowed to say I told you so. So we can't say that. We don't say that. I mean, every now and then we might say that, but generally we don't say that. But yes, it is something that we just know. We just have to let go and go, okay, this is what's going to happen. We know it. We'll just be here for when it happens, right?
Well, I mean, look, you did tell me to go down the route of opera from the very, very beginning. And it took me how long before I decided that this was actually what I wanted to do? Mum's been telling me since I started singing classically that, you've got to do classical voice.
It's not what I sound like. I don't know why. I never sound like that. But yes,
you must do opera. You'll be really good at opera. And
when as mums, we do have that ability, not all the time, but we do know our children so well, and once you kind of lean in towards different things, we can see your talents, we can genuinely see whether we believe you would enjoy a particular field or career, and so when we suggest it, it's not to force you into it. It's just because we can genuinely see, and also, using those talents and going down that field can also open up other doors which we haven't thought of either. But yeah, so that's essentially how you got into opera, right?
Yeah. So I guess another kind of one that I mean, mums know, they do know, and they do put ideas. Bring ideas to the forefront, especially when it comes to people in your life that might not necessarily be the best for you. And it takes a while to see it sometimes. And then when things do come crashing down, it's never I told you so. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of I told you so, but that's after they've come and helped you, fix things within yourself before being like, I did tell you.
Yeah, but that comes because we've also had those crushing moments.
Yeah,
It's
and you
not
see it. You see like the initial
that's
red
right.
flag.
Yeah, and of course you're trying to avoid what we can see that is potentially in front of you. It's not because we're sitting on a high horse or anything like that.
No,
it's because
yeah.
it's happened to us. We know, and we're trying to help you avoid that
And this
as much
is like
as possible.
with relationships as well as friendships, you know, like it's kind of, it goes across the board. You know, they see the initial things, and that's from like, you know, being a young kid with a friend that wasn't very nice to you, up to, you know, people that you start seeing later on in life who also weren't very nice to you.
And then when you know, there has been times as well where you've had friends and also boyfriends who come to feel like they have that same relationship with me.
It's really weird. It's really weird.
Let's go with the boyfriends because it's so random.
Yeah.
No, you're not a part of this. And they might come and ask me something. And, you know, well, if they're being nice to you and you guys are happy, then that's fine. But they've tried to do that after that you have broken up. No, well, I'm just saying that they just feel like they can do that. And I don't know, maybe, and, you know, I'm not a mum who has a child who is married yet, so that might be a different scenario. But I can tell you from just where
and you
I'm
won't
at,
for a while
because that's fine. But when it comes to boyfriends, yeah, I'm just not going to.
No, you couldn't care less about them.
I'm not going to give them the lift and squeeze.
You're not going to give them the lift and
prompt.
Especially when you like realize they're not going to be great in the very beginning, which you might quite often do.
Well, yes, but regardless of that, that isn't my decision to make. But, you know, coming to talk to me and particularly if they want to talk to me about you or they're honestly just wasting their time. Just wasting their time. We're just never ever going to be on the same page like that.
And like it's almost like they think, and this has happened with past boyfriends, but friends as well, and they think they can come to you and ask things about me and you're not going to tell me.
Just
like what? I don't understand.
no.
It's like, if you would go and talk to my mother about me, or vice versa, if they come and talk to me about mum, like, as if I'm not going to tell you, and as if you're not going to tell me.
No.
Like, something missing in their head? No, I can't say that either.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I think none of these lift and squeeze moments were uncalled for. And, like, I wouldn't say that I didn't want them, but definitely looking back on them now, they make a lot more sense to me.
And it's really interesting because I wonder how many daughters end up working, if not in the same field as their mums or relative fields, at least dabbling at some point. I think that would happen quite a lot.
Well, it definitely makes life a bit easier. I mean, especially like starting out, you know, even if you're at uni and you're studying one thing, it's so much easier to, like, if you have that option to dabble in what your mums or what your parents have done, it kind of does give you that leg up to then, you know, work towards what it is that you're going to do in the future, or whether that's going down that track. You know, like, I've got definitely so many legs up because mum's worked in the fitness industry, the performance industry, now within the social media world. Like, it definitely helps.
Oh yeah, we've been working on that for your opera account.
Yes.
Am I allowed to? I wasn't sure. Sorry, I wasn't sure if I was allowed to say it. Oh yes, we have been working pretty hard on growing Bria's opera account, actually, and that's been doing well. But again, it's just from all of the essentially mistakes that I have made.
She makes the mistakes and I learn from them.
Yeah. That is so true, actually.
She forks out the money, learns the information, makes the mistakes, and then I'm like, okay, cool, I won't do that. It works really well. I'm very grateful.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. That's really all we want.
And on that note,
that's really all we want. That they're grateful, and then every now and then you're a right mum. That's really the cherry.
So I'm never going to put that in recording. Like, I'm not going to lay it down.
No.
But you know, sometimes I'll say it off camera.
But we do. Again, it's a whole soul absorption and investment in making sure that, you know, you have the best way forward that you can at whatever your at whatever you're doing. And I know that I'm not the only one. I see many mums whispering things into their daughter's ears before they're about to go and sing or something like that. It isn't just me. It's just maybe there's varying degrees of intensity.
Let's go with that. Let's go on the intensity Richter scale. Maybe it's helpful. I do love a lift and squeeze moment. It does remind me because there are a lot of things that have been said, throughout my different careers that I've gone down, and those little moments I still remember to this day, and they're very fundamental things that I think about before I step on stage or before I record something, before I go to a shoot, anything like that.
So there we go, mums. That's actually extremely helpful, is that it does actually come full circle. It does actually help in the end, even though you just persevere and not necessarily get yelled at, but we certainly don't get acknowledged, and that's okay. We don't really care. We don't have to be acknowledged, but it's good to know that it actually does help. So there we have actual evidence now that all of those lift and squeeze moments have helped. And so I do want to ask, I know that we might only have, hopefully those same 15 people are listening again, but maybe mums could comment on
their own lift and squeeze moments.
Yeah, that would be so cool. Good. And then we can chat about them as well, and the different
give us some
ways
things
of
to talk
approaching
about.
that. And daughters are POVs as well.
If there's anything that your mum, anything really wild that your mum said to you before you've, competed.
That has stuck with you as well, that you might still say to yourself now before you do the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you do have anything, leave us a comment on this, or on our Insta posts about it. Send us messages. We want to get people involved. I think
definitely. Yeah, we'd like to hear from everyone so that we're all in together. That's really how we look at it. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes,
it's been fun,
and we'll see you next week.
Definitely.
Yeah.